good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing another new look rebuild. We've done a few teams here and there, and I'm planning on doing all 30 just before 2K20 comes out. But before we get started with the Wizards today, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to reach 5,000 subs before the end of July. We're getting close. I think we might actually do it. If we can get it done, guys, we're going to be doing a giveaway as soon as we reach 5,000 subs. Also, if you've missed any of the other new look rebuilds, there's a link in the description below. The playlist would be down there. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started on this Wizards rebuild. So the Wizards are an interesting position, right? There's an argument to keeping Bradley Beal, and there's an argument to trading him. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do today. If I want to just like completely blow this team up, or do I want to continue to build around Bradley Beal? I'm very unsure of what I want to do. John Wall, as we all know, he might come back late next season, but I'm just going to have him out for the season, for the whole year in this rebuild, and then he'll come back. I kind of want to give Isaiah Thomas his opportunity here. And like I said, I'm just very unsure of how I want to go about this rebuild. I'm still trying to figure it all out. Do I want to trade John Wall and Bradley Beal? Do I want to trade Bradley Beal to the Heat and have them take on John Wall's contract as well? But the money would be very hard to match up. It's just, confusing. But from what I've heard, the Wizards are very, very keen on keeping Bradley Beal. So that's what I'm going to do today. I think, as I was just talking, I've decided I'll just keep him today. And then hopefully we can maybe trade John Wall or something like that. But then, of course, we're going to have to find a very good trade, a very good team that would be willing to take him on. And we would get it figured out from there. But here are the rotations now. We have Bradley Beal and Isaiah Thomas starting in the backcourt together. Hachimura, Davis Bertans, Thomas Bryant, Moritz Wagner, Ish Smith, CJ Miles, and Troy Brown Jr. And we do not need 11 players playing. I would just run a 9-man if if preferably. Gonna try to give Isaiah Thomas a lot of minutes. I don't need like my bench getting a lot of minutes. We really don't have that great of a bench. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mess with it down there. And we're probably gonna send Admiral Schofield to the G League, and I'm gonna give Isaiah Thomas around 35. No, maybe he could return to his former 37. I'll give him 37. Then give Bradley Beal 38. Roy Hachimura 28. So we'll do something like that. And like I said, maybe we could see Isaiah Thomas return to his 28 point per game form. I highly doubt it. Maybe he could be like a 16, 17 point per game scorer and still be a productive player on offense. But of course, he's never going to be that good on defense. But I really don't like a post-centric. Unless I would rather go with a perimeter-centric or 7 seconds or something, because I'm not sure if I like post-centric for this team. So I'm going to go with perimeter-centric and change the system proficiency on Scott Brooks to perimeter-centric, and then I'll probably end up firing Scott Brooks at the end of the season. Other than that, guys, we're just going to go ahead and see how this team can do. At the end of the season, we went with an atrocious record of 16-66. So we have a serious rebuild on our hands. So literally the only good player we have in our roster, I would say, is Bradley Beal right now, right? He's 27 years old, getting up there in age, and if the Wizards are keen on keeping him, I did give him a contract extension. I see the argument of trading Bradley Beal, but like I said, in this video, I'm going to keep him. But here are the player stats that we had. We had 25 points from Bradley Beal and 18.5 from Isaiah Thomas. So Isaiah Thomas, despite, a terrible record, he did, score 18.5 points per game, which isn't horrible by any means, but, didn't really lead to wins. And Bradley Beal, of course, had himself a decent season with 25 points per game. But we went 16-66, so that's the main thing that's going on right now, of course. So let's go to the draft lottery, and I just totally skipped the changing the lottery odds. Do we have our first round pick, guys? Please tell me we do. I don't know if the Wizards do or not. I'm hoping they do. It looks like they do. And we end up with the 4th pick. So we drop from number 1 to number 4. Awesome. So we have the 4th pick overall. And then we have Scott Brooks, who obviously we fire right away. I'm going to fire like our whole staff after a season like that. So I'm going to fire just like everybody. We were so bad. It's just time to change it all. So Roy Williams, I'm going to go ahead and sign him. And then I'm going to sign a good trainer as well. Assistant coach we need. Let's get this guy. And let's see if we can sign all of them. Sign both of them. A good assistant GM. It'd be nice we get him. And we do. And then a good CFO. Okay, we are going to have the best staff around the league. Oh, no, we're not. He didn't come. Okay, can we sign him? Yep, we do. Okay, now we got him, and we have the 4th pick overall. So when I look at this 4th pick, right, we have Bradley Beal, and we have John Wall's horrible contract still. Probably can't trade him right now. So with this 4th pick overall, I think it makes sense to, probably select somebody. Although you could use this 4th pick maybe to, and synthesize somebody to take on John Wall's contract, who's 29 years old now. But I'm gonna go ahead and just draft here, and let's see if we can get the number 4 pick. So hopefully we can get somebody decent here. And look at the draft summary. RJ Hampton, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman were all taken so far. So Cole Anthony, LaMelo Ball, and Jalen Smith are still left. Do I go with LaMelo Ball? LaMelo Ball is not somebody that I would picture going to the Wizards by any means, but you know what? Not something I get very often, so we're going to go ahead and get LaMelo Ball, because why not? So, welcome to the Washington Wizards, LaMelo Ball. And now we're going to go ahead and sign him. Player options, Troy Brown Jr. going to accept, and Schofield we're going to accept. We're going to accept all those guys. And qualifying offers, we have absolutely none. And then moratorium day, we have negative $2.66 million. Now, I do expect Isaiah Thomas to pursue another team after a season like that. I think it makes sense that Isaiah Thomas, just come to the Wizards for one season to see what he can do. And I don't even think we're going to have bird rights on him. I don't believe we will. And we don't. So I didn't think we would. And he might not be that expensive to get by any means. Let's see where he might be. He's probably not that expensive to get. We could probably re-sign him, but I don't think I'm going to try my hardest to re-sign him. If I can find him somewhere. Let me do the overalls. I'm not doing this right. So let's go 88, and then let's go find him real quick. Probably like a 79, 80 overall. Let's see if he's out here. How much he wants? 60. We could still. Okay, no, we can't re-sign him, which is great, which is fine. So like I said, I fully expect Isaiah Thomas to go somewhere else after the season's over. But John Wall is still injured right now, so we can't trade him just yet. So now when I look at this roster, we have LaMelo Ball, of course. So LaMelo Ball, Isaac Bonga, I'm cool with being my point guards for the season. And then we have Bradley Beal and Schofield, which is good. Troy Brown Jr., Hachimura, which is all right. And then power forward's not that great. Thomas Bryant, and I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that last name or his first name for that matter. So I'm gonna sign Davis Bertans back. I think that makes sense to get him back. He's a good stretch big. So, that's very important in today's league. So I'm going to go ahead and sign him up. And that's probably all we're going to be able to do, honestly. We don't have any money to do anything. The next step, I think, is to trade Mr. John Wall once he becomes healthy. So I think I will trade John Wall and let LaMelo Ball take the reins of this team. So John Wall, still, down 4 overall, still not ready to be traded. So we're going to keep skipping over until we can finally trade him, get to training camps. And hopefully we can trade this man, John Wall. Because, like I said, it's probably going to be hard to find a trade partner for John Wall. So what I'm going to do is when I find that trade partner, I'll be back. All right, guys, here we are before the season starts. And I'm looking at this trade, and I think it could make somewhat sense, right? The Magic still have Nikola Vucevic. John Wall's 29 years old. The Magic might be like, you know what? We don't know what Markelle Fultz is going to become. They get rid of Evan Fournier's contract. They get rid of Terrence Ross's contract. We take out Davis. We throw them 2 first-round picks in order to synthesize them to take John Wall's contract. Let's see if they take it. No, they still don't want to do it. All right, so... okay, what am I gonna do here? Let's see. Okay, this trade's still illegal. So let me see if I could throw in somebody bigger, I guess. Let's say, not Maurice Wagner. I guess Davis Bertans potentially. Let's see. 6.59 more. Okay, wait, we need less money in this trade. So let's see if we can find this guy to do it. And no, okay, so Ross, I'm trying to make this money work, right? Because I want to be able to do this trade. And I think it makes the most sense out of all of these. So they're going to give me Ed Davis still, which is, fine. But what if I threw them, let's say, like, Magruder? And this trade's still legal, man. This is complicated. This is why I like to do stuff during the offseason, but John Wall was injured because of this, having to trade even players rule, which is so irritating. But let's see if we can find Daquan Jeffries. And we throw them, like, let's say, this guy. And they still need, okay, so there's still not enough money in this trade, which is very irritating. Man, this is complicated. All right, Wagner. Okay, way too much money. The match. Okay, so they would need to trade me one more player. Give me this guy, Melvin Frazier, and this trade is illegal, of course. Why would it not be illegal? This is very complicated to trade John Wall's contract right now. Magruder, and it is becoming very illegal again. So okay, so yeah, this is just becoming a very hard trade to do right now. I thought it made sense to do something like that, but it's not really working out. So John Wall, Ish Smith, and the Magic would acquire $1.58 more million in allowed. So okay, they probably need to trade me one big contract, which is Ed Davis. That's where Ed Davis comes in. And we trade them like let's say Isaac Bonga, and this trade is illegal still. Why is it illegal, man? This is so irritating. Let's see. Let's throw them this guy as well. And this is what we had earlier. So let me see if I just traded my picks and see if they... Okay, So yes, I didn't want to trade 2 first-round picks, but you know, trading John Wall I think made a lot more sense. So in this trade, we got players that fit Bradley Beal's timeline, and we got a player that fit, you know, kind of the rebuilding stage timeline. So when I'm seeing this team, I'm starting to, you know, say like, you know, we have some players here and there that contribute right away, and then we have some young players whenever we want to start a rebuild process that we could rebuild as well. I think Mo Bamba, you know, might get an opportunity in Washington. And then Thomas Bryant, you can decide what you want to do with him. And I know we have Thomas Bryant, but, you know, having 2 centers is never bad as far as a bench and a starting center. So this is what the rotation is going to look like. So we have LaMelo Ball, Bradley Beal, Terrence Ross, Davis Bertans, Mohamed Bamba now, Evan Fournier at that shooting guard spot, and then Thomas Bryant, the center. A lot of, okay, so let me go ahead and run a 9-man rotation instead. That way we do something like this. And then I just traded my first round pick. I just realized that. I traded my first rounder this year. I was trying to make it work, guys. I'm sorry. I did not mean to trade my first round pick. But let's make Evan Fournier a small forward as well. Let's see if that makes anything better. No, it does not. Actually, let me keep Evan Fournier as the guard. And then what we'll do is have Melo Ball, Bradley Beal, Terrence Ross. That's looking all right. And then Thomas Bryant, Evan Fournier, Hachimura at Davis. So we have a lot of small forwards coming off the bench and 2 centers coming off the bench. So that's the issue here. Or we have 2 centers coming off the bench, which we don't need, obviously. Gofield will probably go to the G League again, and Thomas Bryant or one of these. I think we could trade either one of them. Not here right now, maybe. Bryant, C+ 3-point shot, and then he has a D+. Do I move Thomas Bryant to the power forward? Does that even make any sense? Probably not, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway for the season. That way, those greens look a lot better. Just kind of an OCD thing. But other than that, guys, we're just going to go ahead and see my team this season again. You know, we didn't make ourselves much better, but we did get out of John Wall's contract. We're going to have a little bit more money this next coming season. Probably just a little bit more because John Wall's contract won't be there. And we can deal with we'll probably have $50 million taken away from us, looking like. And then, or I guess maybe even more than that. But we're going to have some money in the offseason, which was my goal. Because I kind of wanted that flexibility. Terrence Ross, you know, is not a bad player. Evan Fournier, I think, is an expiring contract. Guys, whatever you do not Google Fournier on Google. Just don't do it. I've never done it, but I've been warned not to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and sell my team in the season. Let's see how this team does. So after a horrible record, we bounce back and make the playoffs. We are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, facing none other than the Orlando Magic, who we just traded John Wall to. So the Magic had a pretty good season with John Wall at the helm, which, you know what? I think that trade made a lot. Oh, they traded John Wall. Okay, so I guess the Bucks have John Wall now, and I don't know how well John Wall and Giannis fit together, but oh well, you know, that's their thing. So other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the player stats real quick, and let's see who is very good for us. So we had 24 from Bradley Beal, of course, still, and then LaMelo Ball had 15.5. Evan Fournier had 14 off the bench, and Terrence Ross, that starting 3 spot, had 13.6 points per game. So yeah, I mean, like I said, in that trade, we got a mix of young players, and we got one young player, Mo Bamba, and we got some players who can contribute right away, which is kind of the trade I wanted. And Ed Davis was in the trade as well, so it was awesome. I think it was a good trade for both sides. I did have to trade 2 first-round picks in order for them to take John Wall's contract on. Now in real life, I don't think the Wizards would have to do that, but unfortunately, this is 2K. And unless if I trade override something, which I don't think you guys would like, I do have to, trade future picks, which sucks. But we're down 3-1 to the Magic. And 2-3, can we come back? 3-3, can we come back and win by 7? And we do. So just like that, we beat the Orlando Magic, and now we're facing the New York Knicks, which for some reason are always good, even though, their roster isn't the greatest in the world. So let's see if we can go ahead and beat the Knicks as well. We're probably not going to be able to. They're up 1-0. We evened it up with them. Can we go? Okay, 2-1 for them. 3-1. Can we win at least one more? No, we lose in 5 games. All right, so like I said, we just basically traded John Wall finally. So now we have some cap space we can use this offseason to maybe sign another player next to Beal and all these other players we have. So Evan Fournier is going to expire. We have some other players that will expire. And the Knicks somehow just won the championship. The Knicks fans, don't be scared. You're going to go ahead and win a championship here in the next couple seasons. But anyway, let's go ahead and reject all of these. And let me go ahead and replace this rule with the lottery rule. That way we're all on the same page here. Let's go to the draft lottery. And 14%. And we traded our pick. We didn't make the playoffs, which is great. And they got the 22nd pick overall. So we basically traded a 22nd pick in order to get a guy like Mo Bamba and get out of John Wall's contract. Not too bad. and also another future first. We got to keep that in mind. But we don't have a pick this year, obviously, so that's all right. But now we're going to skip over the draft, go to rookie signing, or we don't need to go to rookie signing. Player options, Troy Brown Jr. going to go and accept him, of course, and then qualifying offers, Schofield and Jalen Hands. Definitely wouldn't mind bringing either of those two back. But salary cap table, we're negative $15 million in cap space. But we can renounce Fournier, we can renounce Ed Davis, and we have $16 million, which is absolutely better than nothing. So now we look at our roster, and we still could trade Terrence Ross if need be. But LaMelo Ball, Bradley Beal, Terrence Ross, and Troy Brown Jr. So, I like Terrence Ross. I like having him here. So, we could keep him or we could trade him. We'll see. And Thomas Bryant and Davis Bertans. Now, Thomas Bryant, of course, I really don't want him to be a power forward. I just don't think that's his role in the NBA. So, I might end up trading him this offseason as well. So, we could free up some money there. The power forward spot is not great by any means. And the center spot, I'm cool with starting Mo Bamba. We're going to stick with Mo Bamba. So, the point guard, shooting guard's good. Small forward and the power forward could, get a little bit better. So, and we could, trade Terrence Ross. But I think what I'll do is I'll trade Thomas Bryant. We have $17 million. But let's see if there's anybody out there that would fit. We could get a guy like John Collins, I think. And I honestly think we could afford him after we traded a couple of players. So maybe we could get desperate. And not really desperate. We could get Lonzo. LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball together. No, I'm down. I'm not doing that. Kuzma, we could throw money at Kuzma. So we could just throw money at a couple of players. But of course, first thing, we have to get some more money, which that would require us trading a guy like Thomas Bryant and offer, a future second as well. And the Bucks will take him for a couple of first-round picks. We can get Zubac, Plumlee. The next one will give me a first-round pick for him. You know what? I'll do it. We're going to go ahead and get that Dallas pick. And then we're going to go ahead and see. Let's see what we can get. Could we get John? We could offer John Collins a contract. We can offer Lauri Markkanen a contract. So one of them is going to be, a good buy. Is there a good small forward we can get? Obviously, we're not going to be able to get Jason Tatum, so I'm not going to try. We could probably get Jonathan Isaac, but I don't know how much better he makes us. So the power forward spot is what I'm going to go for. So John Collins, going to go ahead and throw that man some money. That way the Hawks may not be, may not match. Although I think the Hawks in real life would definitely match if they had the chance. So, which they will have the chance, of course. And then Kuzma, I'm going to throw the money at that man as well. And let's just see if we can get one of them. So, we could probably sign all of them. But I think John Collins is signable. And Lauri Markkanen is signable as well. So, do I want John Wall? Or do I want John Collins or Lauri Markkanen? I think I'm going to go with Lauri Markkanen in this video. I got John Collins in the Thunder video. So, if I can get Lauri Markkanen here. We could have gotten Kuzma as well. Wow. Do I go with Kuzma? I don't think they were going to match. So Lauri Markkanen, I'm going to sign Lauri Markkanen though. So I'm going to sign Lauri Markkanen for this video. We could have gotten Kuzma, which is crazy. I didn't even think that was a possibility. I thought the Lakers would definitely match, but they did not. So we got Lauri Markkanen, Mo Bamba, and now we look at our roster. We got LaMelo Ball, Bradley Beal, good 3 small forwards. We could move, what I will do. I kind of like the idea of Terrence Ross, being a backup more than a starter. So backup shooting guard for Terrence Ross. Sunday backup in our small forward spots, could get a little bit better, but Hachimura could do his thing. We have good center, we have good power forward, we have good small forward. So we basically have a 9-man rotation. We're good. We could sign another backup point guard, like guy like Chris Dunn, maybe something like that. I'll go ahead and give Chris Dunn maybe a 2-year deal or something like that, just to give us some more backups here. And other than that, guys, I think we're good. So I think I really like our roster and how it's looking. We're pretty good here. So what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and simulate to the end of next year. So Lauri Markkanen, I'm hoping, can help us get farther in the playoffs, at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or something. Maybe I should have gone John Collins instead, but like I said, I got him in the last video, or in the Thunder video, so I kind of want to just give you guys a new player to experiment with. So other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of next season, and let's see if we can bounce back from a 46-36 record. All right, guys, so for this season, we went 42-40, and we were the 8th seed. So, nothing too spectacular. But, that's all right. So, 42-40, and Bradley Beal had 22 points. Lauri Markkanen and LaMelo Ball did their thing. Terrence Ross had, did all right. Hachimura did all right. And, yeah, so it wasn't like anything special by any means. But let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. I doubt it because, obviously, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving's, pretty hard to beat. So, they're up 2-1, 3-1, and they're probably going to beat us in 5 games here. 3-2, 3-3. Nope. Okay, so we're losing 6 games, so we have one more offseason, I think. Probably gonna do one more season to where we can make this team better. Because obviously right now we weren't, and I really like our roster. There is one spot I do kind of want to make better, and that is the small forward position. I like Hachimura and I like Troy Brown Jr., but, I don't think they're the ones getting it done. If I can maybe trade one of them, one of the two, put them in a trade package, maybe go for somebody else. And the Brooklyn Nets end up winning the championship, so I can't be too upset that we just lost to them. But let's go ahead and get into the offseason, and let's see if we can make this team any better. We got the Wizards pick, or the Dallas pick, which gives us the 11th pick overall, and the Magic got our pick, which was the 18th pick. So we have a first round pick, which I will use in a very intriguing trade offer. So we have the 11th pick. Terrence Ross and everybody else is expired right now, so yeah, that kind of sucks. So I guess what I'll do, let's see, what is our options here? I guess everybody has a player option or our free agents. So definitely don't want to trade marketing. I don't want to trade. I mean, Terrence Ross in the 11th pick overall. What could that get me? I guess I can get Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., Jay Crowder, and Derek White. The 4th pick in Chris McCullough. Okay, Bobby Portis, John Collins. Man, I would like to get John Collins, but it doesn't make a lot of sense by any means. So Rodney Hood, Monte Morris, Josh Hart, Derrick Rose, Tim Hardaway Jr., Steven Adams. So yeah, none of these trades really are making much sense. So what I'll do, I'm going to draft somebody with the 11th pick. Maybe use this draft pick in like a trade or something. So let's see who we can get. So Paulo Banchero, Wendell Moore Jr. I'm gonna go take Pablo Chacon. If you guys knew who Pablo Chacon is, let me know down in the comment section below. But player options, go ahead and sign all of these guys, of course. And I think we have so Troy Brown Jr. and Mohamed Bamba are free agents. So Troy Brown Jr. wouldn't hurt my feelings if he left. Mohamed Bamba, I definitely want to bring back. But negative $30 million in cap space. Bamba, everybody's salary cap table is kind of big. So we could get Mo Bamba back, but while we are waiting on Mo Bamba, we have these guys. So Hachimura, I really don't think I want to trade him by any means, but it is something I want to consider. So what I think I will do, I don't think I'll trade Hachimura. I guess since his 3-point shot is getting a lot better, I think what I'll do is just resign Mohamed Bamba, and I'll just roll with it, guys. I think we'll just roll with this team again. I really like our team, and I think that we do have potential of being pretty good. We just gotta wait, and it's kind of a wait and see thing. Be patient. So I'm going to simulate one more season, and let's just see if we can bounce back. Hopefully, actually, have a higher seed in the playoffs. And so for this last and final season, we are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, so facing the Brooklyn Nets. So if we can somehow at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals, this will be a W. But if not, it will kind of suck. I like our roster, and I think it's decent, but let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Brooklyn Nets, which is going to be a very hard task to ask, because of course Brooklyn has Kevin Durant and Mr. Kyrie Irving, but we are up 2-1 on them. They even it up with us, 2-2, 3-2, and of course we might get eliminated in 6 games again. Of course, we would be matched up against no other than the Brooklyn Nets with a super team that they have, and like 2 of former all-stars. And yeah, so we're gonna get eliminated here, and very terrible ending to the video. So that does kind of suck, but you know what? We made this team a little bit better. The Wizards are stuck between a rock and a hard place, if you ask me. They have a decision to make coming soon, whether that's trade Bradley Beal or build around him. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what the Wizards do decide to do. But other than that, guys, we're going to go ahead and just see who wins the championship real quick. It's between Brooklyn and the Lakers, which would be a fun playoff series to watch. And the Brooklyn Nets are up 3-1, 3-2, and they win in 6 games. So the Nets are 2-time champions. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really like you enjoyed, but this is Chris, and I'm saying peace.